guys? Let's start this bad boy up. I'm going to tell you right now, don't be scared. You need to get ready to put in some work for this guy right here. It is not this is an advanced farm, guys. I gotta say, if you're making this farm right now, you need to have everything you need. What I did here, guys, is I made the skeleton of the project. This is a very simple skeleton. It looks pretty advanced, but it actually is pretty straightforward. With just a few simple instructions and a little bit of direction, I could tell you exactly how to make this. So grab yourself some cobblestone, grab yourself some whatever. You can make the whole thing out of glass, you can make it out of cobble, you can make it whatever you want. So once I show you the kind of plan here, you're just going to go ahead and do it. I built it ahead of time because there's no way. If you see any videos similar to this, they're building it on creative. You don't see anybody build it on survival, but there is no way I'm going to pass the chance to have this beast ass iron golem farm in my survival world. So I'm going to show you right from the bottom to the top how to do it, exactly just the measurements, because it is a very straightforward measurement process. It is not difficult. It looks difficult, but it is pretty just straightforward measurements. So the other thing I'm going to draw your attention to right now is this line right here and here. What this is 100% simply scaffolding. That is just a scaffolding train track because you need to get your villagers up to each one of these pods. The other day, I was with a friend and we're like, you know what? Let's get that train track out of the way. I didn't want to do it all day, so what we did was we went ahead and made the train track. So now we could access each of these pods pretty easily because we're going to have to put a villager on all four sides of those boxes one at a time until we got two. And we have to go each pod by pod. So first, I'm just going to go over the measurements of this with you guys. And this is how it starts, guys. It's very straightforward. The bottom box is very simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you're going to make it 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 by 4 box. How tall is it, guys? I'm going to tell you right now. The box actually goes up to 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a 5 by 4 box, 4 high. That is very straightforward, guys. 5 by 4 box, 4 high. Just make this, leave yourself a doorway here. This is going to be the killing station. I will go over how to make this your perfect killing station after, but first things first, we got it. 5 wide, 4 deep, 4 high. On this one here, what you're going to do is after you get 4 high, these are just scaffolding, guys. Actually, you know what? I'm going to do it so no one gets confused. I don't want anybody to think. We're just going to use dirt for our scaffolding. So once you get it 4 high, what are you going to do? Well, for me, I add one more layer on the front and back. And then these two is now your path to your boxes, to your villages, in theory. That said, this right here is going to be 6 wide. The only thing that's different is you have to ensure that it actually goes 3 high right here. You want a 3 high passageway for the iron golems to come by. There's going to be a lot of stuff in here, so it has very little to do with how tall the iron golems are, but we do need this sort of thing here. Again, we're going to light it up and stuff, but that said, once you make your 5 by 4 by 4 high, you're going to go ahead and extend these little pathways. Again, it's going to be 5 by 4. So the two middle ones, you're going to bring these walls up 3. 1, 2, 3. Again, this top here, we'll worry about that after, but you bring these walls here 3. So I'm going to just walk over and show you all you want right here for your path down to each end, including actually, guys, your path up. Your path up can be only a square of 4. So what you do here is the floor of 2, you can fill in the corner, you can make it out of whatever you want, but as long as it's 2 with 3 high walls, then the key to this, guys, is these villages all have to be 100 blocks apart. So before you even bother, look around. Make sure there is no villages anywhere near here. If there is a village within 100 blocks of any of these pods here, you are going to be in big trouble. The iron golems are going to spawn somewhere wrong. You want them to spawn in the right spot. So what you're going to do is to make sure that these ones are far apart. Again, on the edges of the pods, when we go down here, the villagers are actually going to be a little closer to the drop. They're going to be up here. So the villagers are going to be able to push approximately 4 blocks out from here. So if you go all the way to the end, guys, you want this, your center of your box, I went 64 blocks from the edge of this box. 64 plus 64 plus 6. That's 128 plus 6 is 134 blocks. So that said, we're going to lose 14 blocks from the center, right? So 134 minus 28, which is 14 on each side, gives us plenty of space. I just added a few because I didn't want to mess up, guys. This is serious business. Don't waste your time. If you build this whole thing 2 or 3 blocks too close, you could be jeopardizing a lot, man. Don't bother doing that. 64 blocks from the edge right here. Again, guys, you don't even have to be in the comments with the I made mine 65 or 69. You can make it 80 blocks. I don't care as long as it's a minimum of 100, and I wouldn't recommend cutting it close. So that said, as you can see now, 3 high walls, 2 floor, make it whatever you want, and it's going to be 64 blocks from the center of our square here. Again, our square here is going to be 3 right across. So there you go. And we'll go over here. Basically, you got this. The other thing is, guys, when I made this, I wasn't quite too sure on the mathematics when it came to putting your block up in the sky like that. This is a one of a kind. You'll see some PC ones done with 4 on the sides and this and that. I've never seen one with this one in the middle. It is going to prove to be quite the pain in the butt. So what I'm going to do actually here is you'll notice that this front area, the front foliage, is a 5 wide, right? So if you're going to want to make a square that is 1, 2, 3, 4 by 4, you're going to be offset by 1. So just pick a side. It actually doesn't matter at all as long as these 4 blocks fall into these 6 blocks. So there you go, guys. I just built it up, and again, leave yourself space. We're going to perfect all the different areas of this when we're done. So this one here, I put it up 80 in the sky. That is way farther than it has to be. From what I gather, it only has to be 50 left, 50 right. I didn't want to mess around, especially when I'm building up in the sky like that. So I put it 80 in the sky. I just think it looks more badass anyway, but I wanted to 100% know for sure. I got to light this bad boy up. I just wanted to 100% know for sure that I didn't have to move it, because if you're going to do something, guys, do it right. So now that you see that, we got our square in the middle that I gave you the measurements on. You know the width of the pathways and the distance of the pathways. Let's run down here and show you the boxes on the end. The boxes on the end are very easy. Again, none of this is complete, guys, but this is kind of the shell you have to create before we even bother going into each area. Is that a skeleton out there? So I'm just going to jump up the hole like this, and let's go check out these boxes. Again, don't forget 64 from the end. That's 64 from the end, this one right there. Go up, and here we are with our other boxes. I'm surprised no mob spawn. So one of these boxes is going to be secured on the end of each of those. Again, this is hard work, guys. Just me showing you the measurements is 10-15 minutes. I'm betting this video is going to be an hour long by the time I'm done, and you didn't even see the half of it. So this box right here, guys, is a very simple box. Don't even stress about it. This goes right in there, and then what you're going to do is make this 8 on each side. 8, 8, 8. The whole entire box is a 20 by 20 box, and you're going to go ahead and put a 2 high wall around it. 20 by 20, 2 high wall. Again, nowhere near done, but this is the first shell that you're going to have to get into before we even bother teaching you the rest of it. So now that we got that under control, 20 by 20 boxes on each side with a wall 2 high. These are 64 long. Again, you can make it out of glass if you want. You can not make it out of glass. It's up to you. It's your call. But I will tell you right now, guys, this little train track here is something you're going to want to invest in. So it's up to you if you want to do it. You can build it after. I just didn't want to wait and do half a tutorial and then wait a week for me to figure out the time to go ahead and do that. But there you go, guys. This is the kill chamber. If you got every measurement that you could possibly need to do this, I know I'm going to get knocked to my death by somebody here. So, but there you go, guys. What I'm going to do, guys, is I'm just going to jump out of this video right now with the magic editing, and I'm going to meet you at the first villager pod that we're going to make. So that said, since I am gangster like that, I'm going to go ahead and do the top one first, just because I like the view from up there, and we can make sure that everybody knows that I play hardcore survival all the time. And I'm going to catch you on the flip side. I'll be back in 1 minute. And here we are now, guys. We are up on the top of the world. Look at this bad boy right here. Everything looks pretty dope from the top. So we got our 20 by 20 with a 2 high wall. And what we're going to do is start this bad boy off with the easy way. So first things first, we're going to go around. I have my buddy Grimjess in the house. He's going to be helping me. He just went to go get some buckets of water right now. We're going to start off with a 2 high wall on the corners of this box. So go around, put the 2 high wall. Again, I already have this little train track station ready to go, and we'll just fill that in. So let's go ahead and start this mammer jammer. So first things first, guys, we're gonna go in here and we're just gonna put a 4 ski right here. 4 4 4 and 4 4 4 4, and we're gonna do that on all the sides. There he is. Look at that. Minecart fun. Good job, Grimjess. So once those are done, guys, what we're going to do is go ahead and put our water in. So the trick with this one is actually skip one, put it. Now we have an infinite water source in the middle. Fill your buckets and keep going. Every time you're going to skip one, guys. Skip one, fill, fill. So we're going to do that around the whole thing. Grimjess is good. He already knows exactly what to do. We've already done this for 2 pods. And fill, fill, and fill. Once we get this done, we're going to go over here and do the same thing. Fill, fill. There's a little trick to it, but you guys will get it. And there, and there, and we're getting around good. Keep filling. Again, having someone to help you is always going to be a good idea. This does take a long time, but it could take more or less depending on if you have some help. And once that's all done, make sure that you fill your buckets back up one more time. And then you're going to go in the corner and go over here and get rid of these 4. So get rid of these blocks, leaving the last one in the corner to be last. And then once you do that, you place a block of water up there. Look at that. It all goes towards the middle. Very straightforward, guys. Go ahead and create that on all 4 sides. I'm just going to do this one here because I know Grim is going to take care of the other side. Again, don't forget, guys, to fill your buckets up before you go up the next level. And there you go. So let's go on up. Again, be careful if you're on survival like me. This could be a dangerous game. And a nice little view of all the world, the mountain that's been deleted, the beautiful stuff we have. So this is the next secret, is we're going to now take 1 2 3 4 5 6, put it there, and then we're going to put 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6, and then there should be 6 extras left over. 1 2 3 4 5 6. So there you go. That one works good. So now what we're going to do is go over here and we're going to create a platform on this one here. We're going to lean out, and remember to crouch if you want to get the good style going. And we're going to want this bad boy to go out 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Then we're going to go across 1 2 3 4 5 6. Then we're going to go back to bring it back to the building. 1 2 3 4. We made a boo-boo there. We don't want to do that. We're going to want it right here. So it's going to be a 5 by 5, guys. 5 by 5 square total. We're going to fill in the floor next. Not like that. And fill in the floor. Always going to look good. Always ready for some hard work. Fill in the floor, fill in the floor. Then we're going to go on the outside of this, guys, and make a wall on the outside as well. We're going to do that 1 high. And go like this. And then once we do that one high wall, you're going to see a little bit of a shape forming. This is a villager pod here. We are going to duplicate this, guys, on every single wall of this. There's going to be 4 here, and we're just going to go ahead and fill this in. So the next one up, we're going to do glowstone, guys. So let's go ahead and get some glowstone ready in my inventory, and we're going to square it off with glowstone. Again, stay crouched if you want to be safe, because we are building pretty darn high right now. This could go on the inside or not. It's up to you guys. And then we got our villager area here. So that said, what we could do now is actually go ahead and drop down here. And no, wrong button. No, don't fall. Okay. So let's jump down here, and we're going to be putting doors, these 6 sides here. 1, 2. Don't even know why I have sticky pistons here. But it's good. Keep those buckets here. You're going to want them, guys. And then what you do, guys, is face in. Face in and go here. Door. 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 So now you feel like you're a little bit stuck here, but you can always just jump around. And jump around. And go around again. It could be night. That's fine. So as you go up here, you're going to make sure that you have as well a lot of cobble. I only have 4 doors. I'm going to replace those other doors after the fact, after this video, but realize that these are all going to be doors. Actually, hoo-wee. Let's go over here. 2 more doors. Right here. Perfect, guys. 6 doors. We got even the supplies we need. Going over here, and we're going to put our 6 doors right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, all walls are going to look exactly like this one. The one thing that you could do now is get your cobble out, because we are going to have to create another floor. Let's just get a lot of cobble out. So how are you going to do that? Well, that's easy. There you go. So once you got that, this is the start of that one right there. Go up here, and I'm just going to use this as a way up for now. And get rid of this, because doors are going to go there. And then we're going to create another floor. This way, this way. And we're going to create a floor that goes on this whole thing. So let's do this and keep going. Bye, Grim Jess. I'll take it. A little bit of help is always good, but like I said, guys, we're duplicating this wall that I'm creating right now exactly on all sides. I don't mind over here. Let's do this. Go over here, and perfect. So once this floor is made as well, guys, all the way around all the doors. So once this floor is made, guys, we're going to go ahead and put another rim around this bad boy. That's going to be too high as well. And second one right there. Right here. And that's the floor. Too high wall. Perfect, going with the flow. And then the other thing you got to keep in mind, guys, right on top of this one as well, is the last but not least is these slabs. So when we do this, what we're going to do is go ahead and basically what I'll do right now, guys, is actually I'm going to go ahead and fill this whole floor in. You could see the villager pod has been created. I'm going to create the floor and do the other 4 walls, and then I'm going to just jump right back into this pod little education video, and we'll keep going from there. So there we are. We've put the floor on top of the doors. I'll jump down and show you guys as usual. We got our doors, and then we got a floor, and then we got a 2-high wall of cobble. On this, I'm just going to use glass to go up. So on this one here, guys, what we're going to do is duplicate the behavior that we had on the floor below. So I'm just going to go in, and y'all are going to just hang out with me, because this is going to be a really long tutorial. I could already imagine. Probably gonna push an hour, I bet. I don't know, but at the end of the day, it's well worth it if you want a triple threat iron golem farm. So let's just get to the program here and keep going. But I'm slowly running out of kind of farms. I think I pretty much almost have everything. I'm working on a little secret is I'm working on a ghast farm right now. Again, pretty unheard of. I haven't seen any console edition ones, and I hope it works properly. But again, the new update's gonna help us out with a lot of things. But don't forget to skip one, put it in, skip one, put it in. Again, saves you tons of buckets here, and then fill it up and fill it up. Keep going down, put one there, put one there, and fill it up and keep going. But if you have any farms that I haven't done that you guys want to see, all you got to do is leave it in the comments below. I'm going to have another farm. I'll find more. I'm excited for the new update when it comes out, because then I could start automating a lot of my farms. It's going to turn night, but you guys don't need to see what I'm doing here anyway. I'm just filling up things with water. And the one thing that I left you on the last one is the half slab. So basically, guys, it's really key, fundamental in this thing is that no mobs fall in it except for iron golems. All it takes is one creeper, and you're gonna have one heck of a crap show. So that's why we're going to be putting on top of this one here. We're going to end up throwing some half slabs. Again, you can do whatever you want in this aspect. I'm trying to be somewhat savvy with my stuff, but I do duplicate a lot of the things I need. However, glass is one of the things that I can't really duplicate. So once we're done this, we'll put one here, one there, fill her up, one there, one there. And so you could cover this if you wanted to. I'm just going to put half slabs on the side. I'm going to do the same method with the tubes as well, because I am using a little bit of glass to cover up the villager stations. Again, you don't have to. If you follow the method that I have here, you actually don't have to cover up anything. Just make sure that everything has half slabs that even comes close to being able to spawn on it. Put one there, fill her up. Pretty tedious procedure. Again, you know, if you were building this on creative, it'd be a lot easier, but we're not, because there's no way I'm going to spend all the time building this bad boy and not have the capitalization. So one more wall. We're almost there, guys. And one there. Fill her up. And then we're almost done the pods area. Again, for you guys, if you're following along the video, you're going to have to do this 3 times over. I'm lucky, actually. I've already done the other 2 pods. I do it backwards. I like to make sure it works good and everything's nice. So you're going to just duplicate this behavior on your other pods. Again, I'll thank, as always, Grimjess for helping me out. And Adrian and Timothy only. A lot of guys been in the server a lot lately. I've been having a lot of problems keeping people in the server without it shutting down and stuff. So I've been trying to get a lot of this stuff done and fill it up. So make sure you fill your bucket as well. And then go in the corners, guys, just like the layer below. And get rid of these and put a bucket of water up there. And let's go over there as well and do it over again. And then right after this, we're going to just do a little bit of a quick fix on my villager pods. Not really a fix. I cover mine with glass. You don't have to, but I do it. I think it looks really, I think it looks pretty sharp from when you're looking at it. Again, we are on the top level here, so I highly doubt anybody's looking, but I do have one of my bases up there. And when people look at it, I want to kind of be proud about it. So I think I'm going to cover the villager pods. Again, you have to be really careful with the villager pods, guys. if they're not lit up properly, and a zombie goes in there, you are game over. This whole thing, and honestly, once all the train tracks are pulled down, I don't want to have to be putting a whole nother train system up here just to get these villagers in. So I'm gonna go over here, put this here. So now what we're gonna do is just float on up. Again, be careful if you're on survival. And there. So now that we're up here, we have our water flow going perfect. What we're going to do is just go around the rimsy and go ahead and put half slabs. So once these half slabs are here, guys, there is not going to be any mob spawning. We are now safe from mob spawning. Look at that, going fast even. So do this. These rims are now 100% safe of mob spawning on them. That said, you're pretty good. Hopefully I have enough half slabs, 38. Oh, 64, perfect. So go around the whole outside and you see a little sneak peek. I'm going to show you how to put the glass on the villager pods like I did right there just after this. And let's go. But as you can see, this is a pretty straightforward build. It's more time consuming than anything. And for mine here, actually, I just want it to look cool since it's the one that's in the sky. I'm actually just going to go around and put one glowstone on the corners just so you can see it kind of from the ground. It's going to float a little bit. I just like the way it looks, and especially since this one is hella high, I'm going to go do that before I jump down and fix up that last villager pod to make it look nice. So let's go over here. And the last corner, last but not least. I'm going pretty high speed. You can see from up here how nice it looks from above. That is a completed villager pod, or a completed little mini town, I guess is what you could call it. But let's just jump down here and show you how I did the glass. I just kind of, like I said, guys, you don't need to put glass here. The glowstone itself is a transparent block, so mobs can't spawn on it. And we will be right here. We'll go over here. Hopefully in that chest there I have another couple buckets of water so I can show you. The trick is here, basically you will be filling this area with water once the villagers are here, but because we are going to be taking a train and bringing them up, we're not going to do it just yet. Once they're up here, we're going to do that. So until then, you can see the kind of shape I made here with the glass. There is zero chance of villagers spawning here. So let's jump down. Again, this is just a temporary platform that I built, including a nice little easy doorway if you want to take a look into the void. Why did it do that? Let's go up and do a fix. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8. Why did it go there? Oh no. So on this one here, we're just gonna go ahead and so I think I found the problemo. That's one short. But okay, I'm gonna just jump out and do a quick fix on this one, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, I found the problem. Basically on there I was worried that I had measured it out wrong, but I didn't. What I did was I accidentally put an extra source block of water one ahead of the wall. So that's a good little lesson learned for everybody. I was all worried, honestly. I was like so choked. If you make these walls wrong in the first place, you're gonna have a real problem. So it was actually easy. All I did was fill it all up with I filled it all up with stone again and pulled it out, and I realized the measurements are right. But that's a good one to keep an eye out for. All I did was put one extra source block right up in the front here, and it just throws everything off. So now that we fixed that up, again, it's always good to make sure, you know, you don't want it. This thing wouldn't work properly. If that was like that, would have been big problems. So let's get up here, and hopefully I could get up here in a timely fashion. Wow, almost died. So let's go back around to our thing. We got all of our villager pods. Make sure everything's flowing good, perfect, no overflows, no waterfalls. And let's go back over here. So now that we have our pods done right, guys, you can see exactly how to do it. You might want to pause, rewind, fast forward, but you can see we got one there. I'm not going to go to the other side and show you, but you should pretty much have everything down pat. So the one thing I'm going to do right here is, because this is going to be the first pod right here, this is going to be the first one that gets a villager. So Like I said, it's going to get, we're just going to clear this out and get it ready. We are, once the villagers are in here, 2 apiece. Remember, we're going to put in 1 in each pod of all 3, 1 at a time, and then the second one. Again, you're going to have to keep in mind that you want to keep them even. While you're doing it, you're going to have to kill a few villagers along the way, but once you got the 2 in there, you're going to put a water in that corner. You're going to put water in the corners, and it's going to push them all to start hopping around in the middle. I'm going to jump on over and do the tubes that lead up and down here to give you guys a little bit of a hint on how it goes. But for this one here, I'm going to leave it just like that. Again, one of the tubes is down there already done, but I'm going to leave this one here because this will be the first pod that's christened with a villager. So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to put a little hole in the thing. Ultimately, you're all going to have to do them this way. I'm going to give you guys your own little segment. After I do the tubes there, I'm going to show you exactly how I put the first villagers in and a little trick of the trade. So I'm going to meet you down at the tubes, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so now that we have our villager pods done, now we're going to work on flowing the golems here. So I already did the left hand side. What we're going to do is drop down here and take 1 tunnel. This is pretty straightforward, but I'm going to walk you through it right now. Again, some of these are just scaffolding to get us up and down, so I'll slowly remove them from the mix. So first of all, what I do here is I'll generally start with putting a sign here. That way, no matter which way the water flows, it's going to stop right there. So I head down to the bottom, go to the back. I will tell you right now, just bring yourself a ton of water, signs, and lava. Always having a few cobblestone blocks on you as well is going to always help so you can get up and down things. But here we are way at the back side, and we're going to start with 2 buckets of water. 1, 2. So the one thing I can tell you is on my thing here, I got lots of water and lava and I kind of set it up. But if you only had 4 buckets of water, what you would do is put another bucket of water there, and then you would have an infinite water source of water here. That said, once you do that, then you can just go back and forth over and over again and fill your buckets. Do this with only 4 buckets instead of the amount of buckets I have. So what you want to do is every time the water flows, you're just going to stop it by 1. And then you're going to just go ahead and put some more. Let's do this. And then once this starts, and then just put another one. 1, 2, 1, 2. Looks pretty good to me. Again, back to the signs, cut it short by 1. You're going to do this all the way again. We are on survival, not on creative like you will see on occasion. So what we're going to do is just take our time. Again, this is a longer tutorial, but I don't think you guys would be here if you were in crunch for time. That said, you notice that we have 1 block without water, but that's okay because iron golems are 2. They sit on a block that's 2 by 2. So that said, they will always keep pushing along. Well, let's go over here. We'll do it again with the signs. This is pretty straightforward. Once we get our little lava blade going above it, you will notice that it gets a little more challenging, but it is actually pretty straightforward. It's just mostly time consuming. 1, 2. Flow it down again. It doesn't take that long to get to the end. If you have a lot of buckets of water, I would recommend just bringing them ready to go. It saves, oh, no, not there. It saves you a lot of effort. You know, the first one I didn't do it with the buckets of water because I knew I wasn't doing a tutorial, so I had all the time in the world. That said, again, this is much faster, and I wish I would have just did it in the first place. I'm going to just go kick those up and see if we can't speed this up again. Bring this here. So keep it going. Keep the water train going. And go, 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 go. And here we go. Another bucket of, another sign. Another sign. More water. Pretty redundant, but again, this is well worth it, guys. This is a triple, which there is no, and I'll tell you right now, nowhere on YouTube do you see one of these made on survival. I'll tell you that much ahead of time. And number 3, you don't see a triple for sure. You see a quadruple on PC and a double made in creative on console, but this is a triple. So again, we are kind of testing the waters on some of the things, but I'm pretty sure it's going to work just great. I'm really stoked to see exactly how much more do we need? There you go. Well, that's going to be a pisser. So basically now what we got to do is take these 2 last buckets here before we run out and actually head our way to the end and make that an infinite water source. I didn't quite have enough, but if we were to use these last 2 buckets of water, we would then be kind of hooped. We wouldn't have any choice and we would have run out of water. So in essence, you know what you could do? We don't even have to go that far. We can make an infinite water source closer to us, and then we can remove it after the fact. So just take your last one here and put it there and there, and now you have an infinite water source. What we'll do is then fill up the buckets. We'll just take this one right here, put it right here, and then go party. Fill up the buckets we need to fill, but and there you go, guys. You learned a little trick right there. That's going to save you a lot of time on your fun game. So now that we have enough, we could just leave that there. It doesn't really matter whether that's infinite or not. They're just going to keep pushing along anyway. And let's go back to our flow. Pretty cool little quick fix right there. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then I think we're going to have a short one on the end because they do add up the same because they're both the same length. 1, 2, 1, 2. And one there, going, and this one here, guys, is going to be a little sharp, but you notice we already put these signs here, so we don't have to worry about it too much. Let's just go ahead and finish this off. And 1, 2, 1, 2. Again, don't fall down because it's a pain to get back up. So the other thing that we're going to do with this one here is get your signs of flowing. I'm going to move down a little bit more so I don't fall down. And let's just try to get, and there you go. And now we're going to get the signs ready because we're going to need a fair amount of sides for this step. So basically what we're going to do now is make a QuickTime lava blade. That said, it's pretty straightforward. It could be anywhere in this mix that you want it to be. I'm going to keep moving forward here. Basically, what you want is for it to be 14 blocks of lava. So I'm just going to move down a little bit and start it up maybe back here. And then what you're going to do is put down 16 signs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. See, that was an error right there. But I was going pretty fast. I can't really complain. 13, 14, 15, 16. So now what we're going to do is go right back down. Again, it's getting dark, but you don't really need to see me do this anyway. So we can actually save ourselves the stress on this 16 block here. What we're going to do is put a sign right there. And I'm just going to go back because it's much easier to put it down this way. And again, ultimately what we're doing here is creating a 14 block square. Again, the lava won't burn these signs up or anything. It'll just have a block of 14 spaces in between. So let's just go right here and put a sign up on top of there. And then what we're going to do is duplicate it right on the other side. Right there. I'm just going to put this one up at the top now. Again, we're going to end up trying to climb our way out of this bad boy real soon. So I feel like the water flow stopped for a second over here, and that's no good. It did. See, so that's a very bad thing what happened right there when we made our double water source. So what we are going to do actually right now is perfect. Good thing that we catch. Again, on survival, guys, you got to catch these things one by one. So all we got to do right here is end that flow and then start it up back again. And there you go. See how we just fixed that one real quick? Perfect. Always make sure that there's only one block without the flow. And we'll just keep finishing this one right here. We got to the end. Let's go to our signs. And there you go. So now we have our 14 wide or long or whatever it is. We're going to have to find our way back up this mammer jammer. So how we're going to do that, it's going to be very hard, but what I'm going to do is actually just go up right here. We're going to have to bust a sign out to do so, which is okay by me if you ask me. I'm not too worried about it. And then we're just going to replace that sign once we get up in the air because we do need to be up top now. Again, more of those survival challenges that you have. So I'm just going to lean over here and replace that sign. Tricky business, but we'll get it done. Sign, replace. So now what we need is a whole bunch of lava. Again, if you're on survival like me, which you probably are, you need to be very careful because this is a hell of a lot of lava. You don't need to put 28 buckets of lava. Lava flows 3 each way. So what I do is kind of move with the flow. What I'll do is, I think what I'll do is put one every second one. And did I just throw the bucket in the lava? And then I wait for it to go, and then I move, and then I skip one, and then I'll do one right there, and then I wait for it to flow. Again, as long as there's any lava on this, and then I think what I did was put one right here. And see, we're only at about 3 buckets of lava now, but what we're gonna have to do is put a few more in our inventory, again, collecting our buckets, not throwing them in the lava like I did. And right there, our 14 is pretty stacked already, actually. So I'm just going to go place the one left that we need right here. Again, be very careful. I have 9 levels to lose, but I'm on peaceful, so... Oh, don't do that. Grab the bucket. And there you go, guys. So now we made our lava blade. At the end of the day, from the pod, flowing damage for 14 flows to the center. Pretty straightforward on this one here. I am also, you know, it is pretty light. I'm not going to sleep or anything. We're just going to get this done. We don't, when you're building epic things like this, we got to get it done. So basically, we've now done both of these tunnels. Again, do this to the other side as well. I did the exact same thing already. So now both of our tunnels will flow. The one thing that you are going to have to keep in mind right here, guys, is if you are on survival, which you are, these roofs, you can cover them with glass, you could cover them with whatever you want, but ultimately what you really need is for mobs not to spawn up here. If they do and a creeper falls down there, you are wasting your time. So what I do is I am a little bit savvy with the resources. I'm not making this whole thing out of glass because we aren't on creative. And I was going to because it looks nice. I only put one on the side just because I like to see the glow and see if they're flowing. So what I'm going to do is line the tops of this with half slabs. Half slabs mobs can't spawn on. That's pretty straightforward. And once that's done, then we know no mobs are spawning up here. Mobs can't spawn in water. They're not going to spawn there because there are signs holding that block up, so they are transparent. And that said, all you're going to do here is run up and down with the half slabs. I'm not going to do all of it on camera here, but I am going to just basically go down one end. And you will see exactly what you need to do. But now basically we don't have to worry about any mobs spawning up here once we do the whole entire thing with half slabs. That's a nice, quick, easy way to make sure, you know. I mean, you could waste for this thing is 64 long times 4. You could waste 250 glass if you really wanted to. 250 glass is hard. You can't duplicate glass. So as much as I would love to use 4 stacks of glass just making this look pretty, I'm not going to. And I will finish the rest of the half slabs on the sides of these later. What I'm going to do is actually jump up and do our upwards tunnel. So this upwards tunnel, guys, there is no kind of basis for learning on this. I'll tell you right now, there is no other tutorial on YouTube that's going to tell you how to do it. So from my point of view, is the way I look at it is iron golems don't take fall damage, so that doesn't matter. They could just fall from there to there. It would be no problem, but we want to damage them a little bit, so we want to kind of give them some lava. Do I think that, personally, again, this might involve some tweaking, but I'm not sure I'm going to make 14 blocks of lava. I think I'll do more like 10. Again, they're going into a crusher that's automatic, guys, where you just pull a lever anyway. They're not really XP, so at the end of the day, the crusher's going to be killing them. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go up and I'm going to make 10 blocks. I think 10 blocks is good. Again, if later on in life, you know, I'm like, oh, I don't want to wait so long for them to get crushed, which honestly, I don't think it is. I just don't want them to die before they get down. So anywhere up here, what we're going to do is just go ahead and I'm just going to make a little walkway here so we can get through. I'm going to make 10 blocks deep of lava. So pretty much all you got to do really here is I'm going to just step in and I'm going to put 4 signs. Make sure they're on the same level. Right there. And right there. Those are our level. Yep. Right there. So we got our 4 signs. Perfect. We know that that's going to be 1 block is right here. So we're going to start counting on our way up. Let's just fill it in so we don't have any messes. And so this is the one block we're standing on. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, I'm going to make sure at the end of this if this works properly. I'm pretty sure. I just want them to take some damage. I'm not too particular on how much damage they take. Like I said, there's a crusher at the bottom of this bad boy. And I'm going to just use 4 buckets of lava. But again, you don't necessarily have to. And what I'm going to do is put my lava flow right here first to start with. And light that bad boy up. I'm going to put one kitty corner to it. And I'm pretty sure that bad boy will flow down. I'm actually just going to go ahead and fill it up. I got the extra lava. I don't need lava for anything else in this build. And I think it'll look cooler. Again, it will light up everything out there. And there you go. So now we have our 10 block deep water lava flow that the golems are going to fall through. Again, they don't take fall damage. So this is the only thing that's going to cause them any damage. And there you go. So make sure I'm not on there. And let's go down. So on our way down, I'm just going to do a little bit of prettiness here. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that block right there. And I'm going to just clean these up. So now that you've kind of seen the tunnels, basically make sure both horizontal tunnels are done exactly like the other one. Make sure both vertical tunnels are also done, or the vertical tunnel is done that way as well. And now what we're going to do is step on over to building the crusher. So I'll catch you in 1 sec. Okay guys, here we are at our first of this monster mission. Again, I'm going to show you how to do it for one of them, and then you're just going to duplicate this behavior 24 times. That said, do each pod one by one, as I've told you already in this video. I'm going to try to give you a hint. I'm going to show you how to get one villager. I'm at the very top pod, the most pain in the butt one, but it's going to be the first one. It's actually not that hard, because once I do this one, then all I do is reroute a train route to the next pod, to the next pod, to the next pod. So to show you how to start it off is basically make the train just go in. So that said, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go down and bring a villager up here. I think I have a handy trick to try to help you. Again, you can just put them in. Let's just go down anyway. What's going on? Whoa! But again, building this train track in the first place was a pain in the butt, but actually I literally made it as soon as I started building. I'm like, you know, before any of this mess, I'm just going to build this track right around the whole thing. It has access to all the pods, and we're going to go. It's going to actually go right there. Let's just jump out. Where's my cart? I hope I got my cart back. Okay, I got lots of carts. So basically, here's my current villager kind of area. They kind of roam semi-free, not really free. What happened was I closed it up. They all died, and the ones that were out here started mating and whatever, and oh my god, it was quite the mess. So here's a little trick I learned to getting villagers in carts. So if we got right here, we got these villagers that we want to get in, right? So let's start with putting a cart right there. That cart right there looks pretty straightforward. I have 1 or 2 villagers that I really love good, but if you really want the iron golem farm, so now I'm in here safe. Be careful of these iron golems, guys. They are not taking no mess. Don't hit the villagers, guys. Do not hit them. These iron golems will mess you up. But notice how I put the cart there in the corner? Watch. It's a good way to wrangle up villagers. But if you push this right in there, right, there you go. See, you could actually get the villagers out of there nice and easy peasy. Just push the cart right in. Make sure they're watching. They're like, yo, buddy, you better watch it. If you touch these villagers, you're going to be screwed. So now we know that this goes all the way up to where it wants to go. It's going to fly right off the track. And get him out of here. Oh, this guy's not having it. This guy's like, no way, buddy. You're not taking my girlfriend. That's probably his girlfriend, man. The butcher girlfriend. Get out there. No. Oh, we're having a beef with the iron golem right now. Hey, you think you're going to... Oh, there he goes. They're going to get choked. So let's go ahead and follow this mammer jammer. He's not going to come back because the track goes just off of nowhere. And let's go check it out. Again, guys, once you have the main kind of area done, that's most of the work that you're going to find yourself running into. Once the track is done, it's only going to be a matter of moments. And again, we're just going to go one by one on all of these. He's already up there saying hi to his new home. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And there you go. So now that you have your villager up there, that wasn't that hard. You know, I know you got to do it a lot of times. What you're going to do is, if you ask me, I think you should leave him in the cart. Personally, I would leave him in the cart so he doesn't move around. He will stay in there. I know that sometimes I've noticed on PS4, I have a lot of weird farms that kind of show me some ill behavior. I know that if you were to leave and save the game right now and come back, there's a chance he would be outside of the cart. So what you could do now is just go ahead and make sure that he doesn't get out. Step 1. That's 1 of 24. So there you go, guys. This is the easy way to get the villagers up there. And what I'm going to do now is do that 24 times. That means that you're going to do 1 in each pod. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go down to this pod and we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go to the other pod and do 1, 2, 3, 4. So that said, even I don't have enough. I don't think I have enough villagers down there. But what will happen is, as I start moving them away, the ones down there are going to start breeding some more and create more villagers and more villagers and more villagers. So that said, I'm going to go get that done, and then the next time I see you guys, this bad boy is going to be fully operational, and we're going to show you some mean iron golem fun. Okay, see you soon. Okay, guys, so now you're feeling super accomplished because you have all of your pods made, all of your villagers in the pods. It took me a very long time to get these villagers here, one by one, every single one. Again, I might clean up the mess, or I might make a roller coaster with it, but the one thing you have to keep an eye out for, guys, is make sure if you're in hard or in your survival, you got these covered, because you don't want no mobs coming. But technically, a mob can't really spawn here. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you look over there, you can already see an iron golem over there. They're glitching out a little bit. There's got to be a couple. I've seen a few travel down these roads right here, and I've seen them come from the top as well. So the one thing you guys are going to have to do is, this is a super beast farm, guys, so you have to babysit this, at least at the beginning, until it's running right. So as you can see right here, I've put water in the 4 corners of the box, and this one has 4 villagers. This is a perfect villager pod. In a perfect world, guys, you will have all of the pods, all 12 of them, exactly like this. Does it work that way? No. You're going to have to work at it a little bit, because as you were doing it, they are a little imbalanced. See this one right here? This is only 3 villagers in this pod. And then if you go over here, 4 villagers. Okay, so that's good. But what you'll notice is, actually, what we have right here is the imbalance is very easy. This one has 5, so that's why the other one over there only has 3. So we're going to kill one of these guys. Hopefully, I'm going to make sure he's not one of my good librarians. I have a few good librarians mixed into this. That guy's dead. Gone. Make sure you hit the same guy. Oh, no. Okay, so now we got a little balance. I don't know how I'm going to get the heck out of here now. I have to grab this bucket again. Darn survival mode. So what I'm gonna do is grab this bucket. Make sure that we don't got villagers. Oh, these guys are gonna be D-bags. This is gonna be a fanatical moment in time right here. See, they're already. Don't breed. The other guy on the other side is supposed to be breeding. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is try to get out of here from this way right here. Don't let him out. There we go. Perfect. So we got this here. We got to put the water back in the corner that we took, but basically there you go. I had to kill one off. Hopefully the other side breeds in the right timing, not this side. But that's a good example of what you needed to do, is right there, balance. So now we balanced our pods up. Again, keep going around. This isn't, honestly, you're using your whole max villagers here. So you really got to babysit it. There we go. We got breed. Don't breed. Don't you guys breed. But it's going to take some time, guys. I know the top one's running, flowing good. The one on the left's having a problem. And these guys here don't seem to be breeding as fast. But honestly, I know this side's putting out iron golems. I've seen them go by a number of times already. So that's what you got to do, guys, is make sure your villagers are balanced. What are you guys doing? We don't need no more in there. But that's just, I just thought I would start here and give you guys the heads up. So before you save the comments about this problem, that problem, your villager max is 50. If all of these pods on all 3 of these have 4 in each one, you only have a 2 villager leeway. So if there's a village anywhere around here, you're going to be in trouble. If there's any of these things happening, you're going to be in trouble. So basically, they require a lot of attention of you babysitting them. And there you go. But this is hard work, guys. So once you've got this far, I'm pretty excited for you because we're going to go down right now and make our crusher. That's an iron golem just a little glitched out, actually. And I'm going to jump down. We're going to make a quick time crusher. So I'm going to kill most. Look at that. This is already thumping. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill them all except for 1. I'm pretty sure. They should all be down to only a hit or 2. And there you go. And we'll leave 1 in there to make sure our crusher works. This guy here. Well, you're gonna do something, bro? No, you're not. Come on, this is a beast farm right here. Next. But there you go. Just from that time I was kind of hanging out over there, guys. I don't even know if I can pick up all the iron. Look at all the iron flowing. Okay, we need to leave 1 of you. There you are, the lone survivor. There you go. Okay, so what we're going to do is make a quick time crusher, guys. We want to be able to just crush them all at once. So the first things first, I'm going to make this look pretty. I have 16 pieces of glass here. And this is very easy. All you really need is 1 sticky piston. So what we're going to do is go in here and pick the one to crush. So we have a 2x6. So basically what we're going to do right here, guys, is don't put it on the 1st or 2nd. You need to crush them on the 3rd. A lesson I learned when I was fiddling with it. So just go ahead and make sure you don't, well, if I hit them, I hit them. I don't care. But basically what we're going to want to do is go right behind that and put a sticky piston in there. And we're just going to run a lever to it as well. So let's just, you know what, let's decorate the front here first. We're just going to put a little bit of glass. Let's just make it look a little pretty. And we'll put this here. And then what I do, guys, is honestly, you don't need to worry about like any sort of like water or anything. It's pretty silly. You just walk in and grab what you need. So let's start this bad boy up just with some blocks here. And we're going to put the lever right there. So let's bring what we need to bring back. Lever. And that hole in the wall there, we're going to want a piston on top of. So let's just go ahead and put this here. And I think we're going to have to go out 1 more as well because we're going to want a repeater right there. So there. And I'm just going to make it messy. We're not in too much of a rush. And there, this has got to be probably one of my longest tutorials. Believe me, the tutorial may be long, guys, but what I will tell you is that it took way longer than you think. This was one of the longest projects I've ever made. So what we're going to do right here is put a repeater right there. Let's get some redstone dust and bring it back. But yeah, I feel very accomplished because this is going to pump out a lot of iron. I've already, just in the time I've been fiddling with this, guys, no joke, like almost 3 stacks of iron. Once we get our new update, once we get the update, all I'm going to do from that point forward is put a fire blade in here. I'll do a video for it when that moment comes. Yeah, wicked. Look how good I am. So I'll do a tutorial for that when it comes, but once the update comes, we'll have hoppers and stuff. I'll just do a tutorial where we have a fire blade. They die automatically. It all goes right there. It's a Merry Christmas. And go right here. So in a perfect world, when we press that button, this guy's going to go gah, gah, and die. If he does, guys, I will be so stoked. That will be the end of this tutorial, and everybody will be seeing what's going on. Just again, just run the redstone up and up to a repeater. Please, please. Bang, bang, bang. Whatever was in there, if there was 2 or 3 or 4, is just going to die. And there you go, guys. That's how this one works. Take your iron and rock on. So I'm just gonna go for a little run, feel good about myself, because I think that this was one of the hugest tutorials I've ever made, guys, like beyond, above and beyond. So don't forget, guys, smash that like button. Tutorials like this take me weeks almost. And this is right here the first triple threat iron golem farm. If you, no matter where you look on console edition, all over YouTube, guys, you're gonna see one other guy does it on Xbox, and he does it in creative mode. Just saying, this was all survival, and we got 3 pods. So go ahead, smash that like, guys. Subscribe to my channel, because it's nothing but epic farms coming. Look, already got another. What? You want to get it? You want to get it before you go, son? Oh, die faster. Yeah. Okay, guys. And there you go. Epic iron golem farm. Only one I've seen on YouTube. So I think everybody smash that like. Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you on the next farm, which is pretty epic too, guys. You guys get ready. Later.
Bye.